Hello and welcome back to Mondo Musings. I'm your presenter Ricardo McLean. Now there's a strong possibility that this will be the last Olympic hurrah for a number of Jamaica's track and field heroes, including two-time 100-meter champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and two-time 200-meter gold medalist Veronica Campbell-Brown. As these stalwarts prepare to exit the stage, there are a number of talented young'uns who, having recently emerged from the cocoon of their teens, may just be ready to blossom into butterflies as those veterans once did on the sport's grandest stage. This week's presentation features 10 Jamaican 20-year-olds who could make their Olympic debuts at Tokyo 2020. At number 10, Anthony Cox. Up-and-coming one-lapper Anthony Cox has finished fourth in some big championship races over the years. He was fourth by a smidge at the World Under-18 Championships in 2017. He also ended up just off the podium at the Pan American U20 Champs 2 years later. If the likes of Demish Gay, Nathan Allen, Akeem Bloomfield, Christopher Taylor, and Rasheed McDonald are all fit and firing at the upcoming national championships, even a fourth-place finish may prove a bridge too far. With a couple additional relay pool places also up for grabs though, Cox should still fancy his chances of booking passage to Tokyo. By finishing top 6 at trials, he'd also likely get there without having to achieve the stiff 44.90 Olympic qualifying standard, which his current 45.79 personal best puts him almost a second adrift of. At number 9 is Xavier Niemann. Xavier Niemann, now furthering his studies and athletic career at the University of Oregon, finds himself in an interesting position as he sizes up his Olympic prospects. While the 100 meters seduces with its timeless glamour and the added allure of virtually guaranteed relay spots for the top 6, it could just be the 200 that offers the less rocky road to Tokyo. With Johan Blake clearly no longer the half-lap beast that he once was, and Rasheed Dwyer's powers also possibly waning, opportunity loudly knocks in the event. Niemann, fresh off a season-opening 100-meter personal best, and so very near one in his traditionally better event, the 200 meters, could just be the man to open the door. Getting down to the 20.24 qualifying standard will undoubtedly be a challenge. However, that early 20.73 effort provides a strong pad from which he can launch a serious assault. At number 8, Sharako Young. A dynamic talent over both 400 and 800 meters while representing Heidel during high school, Sharako Young has poured all of her talent and energy into the one lap for Texas A&M so far this season, and the results have been very promising. She went progressively faster in each individual race contested indoors, slashing her personal best all the way down to 51.41 seconds, which was good enough for 4th overall at the NCAA Division I Indoor Championships. In typical fashion, she also produced some stirring relay legs, highlighted by a sizzling 51.1 third leg carry that set up A&M's collegiate record romp at the Tyson Invitational. With a 51.52 PB in her first outdoor race on April 3rd, it's reasonable to expect continued improvement as the summer approaches. If she can get below 51 seconds and hold that form through the Jamaican National Championships, a relay spot to Tokyo definitely beckons. At number 7 is Michael Stevens. Michael Stevens has been touted by some as the most naturally gifted of Calabar's fearsome 20-teens foursome. Keep in mind that this is a quartet which also featured 2015 World Youth 400-meter champion Christopher Taylor, 2017 World Youth 110-meter hurdles gold medalist DeJour Russell, and a 2017 World Youth 100-meter third placer Tyreek, the gloved Wonder Wilson. That's extremely high regard for the youngster who looked a probable gold medalist when setting his current PB of 10.22 seconds in the semis at the World Under-20 Championships 3 years ago, only to finish 7th when all was said and done. If sprint guru Glenn Mills and the rest of the racers crew can get his psychological game right, he should be right there battling for a place in the final at the national championships. If he manages to make it to the final 8 stage, there's a realistic chance that the enigmatic sprinter could snare a relay berth. At number 6, Ashanti Moore. Ashanti Moore spent most of her high school career in the shadows of an outstanding crop of female speedsters, headlined by current Texas Longhorn freshman Kivona Davis. This all changed in March of 2019, when she stepped to the fore with a commanding sprint double at Champs. With the times having finally caught up with the impressive physical tools, she's one who many are looking at as a legit succession candidate. It's a tall task though, because local waters are teeming with young female sprint talent. A sprint relay spot is definitely possible, but that prospect appears to hinge on how well and quickly she adjusts to life in the good old US of A with a high-powered pure athletics camp. At number 5 is Wayne Pinnock. Having not been seen in action since early last year, the suspense surrounding the whereabouts and condition of Pinnock has now boiled down to a syrupy thickness. The tremendous talent of the 2018 World Under-20 bronze medalist is undeniable, but so too is the toughness of his task. Standing an imposing 8.22 meters, the qualifying standard in his specialty would have been good enough to beat Cuba's Ibrahim Camejo for Olympic bronze in 2008 and Australia's Mitchell Watt for silver at London 2012. Then, of course, there's the rapidly rising strength of the local long jump field, which was explored at length in a recent video. With all that being said, I'd still give the former Kingston College star a puncher's chance of making his Olympic debut later this year. At number 4 is Rasheed Broadwell. It took rising sprint hurdler Rasheed Broadwell until 2018 to truly spark to life over the barriers. In 2019, he confirmed his quality by holding off Ashan Vassiano, who profiles as a potential generational sprint hurdling talent, in the 110-meter hurdles final at the Carifta Games. Since then, he's made a seamless transition to life skimming the more imposing 41-inch obstacles. A PB of 13:47 set in 2020 still leaves him short of the 13:32 qualifying standard, but achieving that shouldn't be a problem with the coaching titans at MVP prepping his program. Fun fact, one rookie sprint hurdler has made the Jamaican team to the last 3 World Championships and the 2016 Olympics. In 2015, it was reigning Olympic champ Omar McLeod. In Rio, Deuce Carter represented. Ronald Levy was the newbie in London. Meanwhile, 19-year-old Orlando Bennett was the fresh face in Doha. Will Broadwell be the man to defy the odds and what's shaping up to be one of the most formidable fields at Nationals to continue this intriguing trend in 2021? Time alone will tell. At number 3, Chiara Grant. When it comes to execution, Chiara Grant does it about as well as any of the fine young Jamaican female sprinters were expected to eventually take the baton from the likes of Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price and Veronica Campbell-Brown. A typically solid start, quick acceleration, and smooth transition were the keys to the collegians' impressive 11:04 personal best clocking in a loaded 100-meter final at the NCAA Division I Outdoor Championships in 2019. These plus phases were also critical to her bronze medal success at the Division I Indoor Nationals in March of this year. Having indicated that a push to make the Jamaican 100-meter threesome to the Olympics is being plotted, they'll likely prove crucial once again inside the National Stadium towards the back end of June. If she executes as well as she's repeatedly shown she can, a relay berth appears a very realistic option for the former alpha athlete. At number 2 is Brittney Anderson. Winner is probably the word that best describes World Under-20 100-meter hurdles record holder Brittney Anderson, who claimed just about every national, regional, and international crown on offer during an outstanding junior career. One of the few honors the 2017 World Under-18 gold medalist failed to cop was the World Under-20 title, which she missed by a heartbeat in 2018. This stellar track record clearly marks her out as a consummate championship racer. And so, while all indications point to the women's sprint hurdles being one of the most hotly contested events at Jamaica's Olympic qualifiers, this prodigy's history suggests that she could, again, thrive in the cauldron. And at number 1 is Oblique Seville. Now, we might as well call Oblique Seville Atlas, because he seemingly bears the weight of a sprint crazy nation's often unrealistic expectations on his slight shoulders. It's pretty much been this way since his clinical dismissal of one of the most impressive junior 100-meter fields ever assembled at Champs in 2019. Since then, he's won 14 of his 20 100-meter races, placed second in 5 more, and third in the other. During this span, his most notable losses have come in matchups against guys with serious staying power. One came in the 2019 Pan American U20 100-meter final to Matthew Bowling, who has an almost 2-year-old outdoor 200-meter PB of 20.3 seconds and numerous 44.4x4 relay splits to his credit. 2 others were at the hands, or feet if you prefer, of the silky smooth Zarnell Hughes, a 20.02 200-meter man with acres of yet untapped potential in the half lap. On the evidence of his easy 21 low 200 into a 3.3 meter per second headwind on March 20th, Seville continues to get stronger. At this point, with no real top-end terrors currently roaming the local 100-meter landscape, he looks an excellent bet for at least a relay run in Tokyo. And that's the wrap for another episode of Top 10 of the Weekend. If you like the Tokyo 2020 chances of a youngster who isn't featured on this list, please drop their name in the comment section and let the musing and conversation begin. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, Godspeed.